Man, there's a lot of strange and weird energy going around right now. Someone is attempting to pull you back into their energetic field because they want you in their reality. But family, I have to say how extremely proud I am of you for not going back, for not turning around and going back to situations, to relationships, and to people that completely tormented you and broke you down. Do you realize just how massive your transformation is? You may not be able to see it. You may not even really be able to feel it, like talking about it, but something is happening on the inside of you. You see, when you decide to walk away from people and from situations and no longer go back, and you might be used to going back. You might be used to giving people a second, third, fourth, fifth chance. And where did you find your life when that happened? I want you to drop your comments down below. Let me know. How was your life when you continued to do that? Because you are such a great person, you're always willing to give a helping hand. You didn't want to see people go down the wrong path or do the wrong thing. You were always trying to help them out. But how did that help you out? You see, it didn't, family. It never actually helped you out. You probably had so many dreams, so many goals, and so many things that you wanted to do, but it was always stopped. It was always stopped. And you always questioned yourself and wondered and asked, well, I'm trying to do this, Coach Kev. I'm trying to do that, but it seems like I can never get forward. It seems like the door that I want to open, it's always locked, right? It's like there's no key that goes to it, or I can never, ever find it. You see, a lot of these people, family, right? You're losing people in your life, or people are treating you the way that they are, or walking away from you because they're not supposed to come with you into the next season. That's the first thing, right? They're never supposed to come with you. And because you decided to transform your life, have a complete paradigm shift in your mindset and say, you know what, I'm going to grow. I'm going to get better. I'm going to work on my dreams. I'm going to work on my goals. I'm going to work on all the things that I want to do because I got to get through that door. I got to get through that door. What I want is on the other side of that door, not realizing that this whole entire time, those people were halting you. They were energetically stopping you from getting to that door. A lot of the times when you're with people, or if you're with a group of friends, or you're around certain family members or anything like that, it's not just a relationship. All right. Remember, people see the potential in you. With you being the chosen one of your family, you carrying the torch, you being the black sheep, right? People see that potential. Matter of fact, they can feel it. They can truly, truly feel it. There's something just so grand and different about you. All right. So they're not going to let you walk through that door, let alone they're not supposed to come with you at all. So when things are going wrong in your life and things are being halted in your life, my family, they were never supposed to come. And I want you to pay attention to some of these few things that I'm about to mention, right? Because your energy is being pulled and tugged on right now. You might be feeling a range of emotions, right? Drop your comments. Please let me know if you were feeling any of this. If you just feel like your emotions is all over the place, maybe you just start crying out of nowhere. Maybe you start feeling sad or mad out of nowhere and you don't even know why. And then all of a sudden, the person pops up in your mind. And it's not because you miss them. It's not because you want them back in your life or anything like that. But they could be actively trying to manifest you back into their life. You see, when you leave people's lives, when you don't go back, when you don't turn around, their life begins to go downhill, family, because you lifted them up. You provided so much good things for them that they didn't know how to handle that. Remember that, right? We talked about that before. They didn't know how to handle your energy, so they always fumbled that energy. Okay, but now that you decided to say, you know what, I'm done with the situation because I have a bigger goal, I have a bigger dream, I have something in my life that I want to accomplish and want to get done. It seems like since I've been with you, or I've been hanging out with you guys, I could actually never go in this direction. And I always wondered why. I always tried to figure it out, you know, like I got to get behind that door, or there's a dream that I'm trying to accomplish. But it seems like every time I hang around you people, none of that ever works out in my favor. It seems like everything is falling apart. Now, people will actively also wish for your downfall, right? Remember, they know who you are. They see the light within you. They see the good heart that you have. And people don't really like that, right? They don't really like it. And it's sad to say, we live in such a backwards world. It's so weird, right? That you could just be such an amazing person, but people actually want to see you go down the wrong path, or they want to see you just be on the same level as them. They don't want to see you elevate. They don't want to see you get better and get better and get better. Okay. Now, if you just randomly have thoughts of someone popping up in your head, if people are popping up in your dreams, if you are feeling pulled towards this person, right? Maybe Maybe you're feeling an urge to randomly contact them and you don't even know why. Right? How many of you have felt like that before? You're just like, oh man, maybe I should just text them and let me just check and see if they're doing okay. It's been a few years. I haven't talked to them. Let me just see if they're doing okay. Family, it's not you. You have to remember that, man. A lot of people are actually wishing that they had you back in their life. And the fact that you decided to not allow for any of this to happen is, number one, a sure sign that you're transforming, right? Remember, boundaries are so important along your spiritual journey right now. So if you are setting boundaries, if you're not allowing people to just randomly call you or text, I mean, obviously they can text you whenever they want, but it's up to you if you're going to answer it. But if you're not answering those text messages, if you're not answering those calls, if you're setting the boundaries, if you're doing the inner work, you're doing what you're supposed to do, you're getting closer and closer to that door that has been locked the entire time when you were with these people, when you were surrounded by these people. You have to pay very close attention to your emotions right now as you walk through the spiritual journey, all right? Because your emotions is key. Your mindset is key. The things that you're feeling, the actions that you're taking, the things that you're saying, all of these things are key to everything that you're doing and everything that is going on in your life right now. So I want you all to really pay attention to this and really just get a grasp on what is actually happening up here in your mind. When you are aware of your awareness, you're going to start to realize that the thoughts are not yours, right? Isn't that crazy, right? You may be really questioning yourself and asking, am I going crazy here, Coach Kev? Like, why do these thoughts keep popping up? Or why am I all of a sudden feeling these emotions? Or why am I having these dreams? Or why am I starting to get all these weird and wild synchronicities, right? Maybe you hear songs, or maybe you see their name on a street sign or on a license plate or something like that. The thoughts are not yours, my family. The thoughts are not yours. And because those thoughts are not yours, this can be extremely draining because all they're doing is pulling and tugging on your energy, and you can really, really feel that. All right. And if you're trying to get better, if you're trying to figure out, well, how do I get this to stop? Because it's draining me. These thoughts keep popping up and then I lose my focus. I'm distracted now because I'm starting to think it's me when it's really not. Like, I'm going haywire here, Coach Kev. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. I got you covered, my family. All right. This is why inner work and working on yourself every single day. I didn't say every other day. I didn't say 2 days a week. I didn't say 1 day a week. I didn't say 3 days a week. Every single day. It is your responsibility to work on yourself. So this is why you need to get your head in a personal growth and development book. This is why you need to do meditation practices. This is why you need to journal. This is why you need to exercise. This is why you need to eat better, right? Once you combine and put all of these things together, it's going to help you stay focused, right? And then on top of that, wake up early in the morning, right? If you're working a 9-to-5 job or something like that, and you got to be at work early in the morning, get up a little bit earlier, right? Maybe you need to push yourself further to actually do some inner work before you actually start your day. This is going to set the tone for your day. And when you set the tone for your day and you start thinking positive and you start believing in abundance, right? And you start believing with purpose, with intention and clarity, and you start trusting the process and doing all of these things that I told you to do, you're now setting yourself up for success rather than failure. You're now setting yourself up to stay focused rather than getting distracted. So when those thoughts pop up that's not yours and your energy's completely being tugged on, you're not going to allow for it to happen. And this is why you are transforming through the spiritual journey, man. I'm so proud of you all and for getting better and for staying focused. For those of you that are focused, if you're not focused, take this confirmation right here and move forward with doing that. All right. Remember, you have to be aware of your awareness. Pay attention to what you're paying attention to. If you are constantly paying attention to the thoughts that are not yours and the things that keep popping up in your mind, how will you ever expect to actually move forward in your life? The mindset, man, is a prison. Literally, your mind is a prison. All right. So this is why you have to focus your attention in the things that you're doing in the right way. Because if you focus it in the wrong way, things are going to go wrong. Right? You're not going to live and have that abundance mindset. You're going to be living in just full of distractions. You're going to be living in negativity, and you're going to allow for those thoughts to consume you, or for the person's thoughts to consume you, because the thoughts are not yours, my family. All right. This is why you're getting better. This is why you're transforming. And when you can pay attention to what you're paying attention to, it's like a light bulb is going to go off in your head. It's extremely, extremely powerful. You're going to have an immediate consciousness boost, and you're going to have an aha moment. And then then you're gonna start to realize that you're thinking about something that you shouldn't be thinking about. You're probably gonna be wondering, well, where did that thought even come from? How did it show up? How did it pop up? That's not me. I don't usually think this way. Let me get back on track. And it's in that moment right there where you're going to realize how much you are actually transforming, because you're not allowing for those thoughts, their thoughts, or anything that they're projecting onto you to completely consume you. Family, they can try all they want, and it's completely up to you on what you're going to do, all right? Because you are the co-creator of your life. You can make a decision to do whatever you want. But if you want to see yourself actually get better through the journey that you're on, and you actually want to meet the right people, land in a group of like-minded people, right? Attract the right things and opportunities and experiences into your life, and actually go through the door that has been locked the entire time, this is really, really going to help you out in life. It's going to help you on your journey, along with taking massive inspired action. Inspired action. That's the key word right there. If you're taking some type of action, but you're not inspired behind it, how do you expect to get through that door, my family? You won't, because at that moment, you're going to be completely burnt out. You're going to give up. You're going to throw in the white towel. And that's not what I want for you in your life. All right. I believe in every single one of you, man. I truly believe that the dreams that you have, the passions that you have, everything that you want to accomplish can be done, and it shall be done. But do you have what it takes to actually keep pushing forward? Now, I know a lot of you are in environments that you don't feel comfortable in. Maybe you have a lot of negative energy and people around you. Maybe the ex is coming back. Maybe you're dealing with a terrible boss, right? Maybe you just have a range of different things that is happening in your environment. What am I supposed to do in this moment, Coach Kev? You got to take yourself out of that environment. Now, I'm not just talking about like moving away and doing something like that, because maybe some of you can't do that right now, but you can get up and go to a park and write and meditate and take some inspired action towards the things that you want to do. You can get up and go to a different environment, move around a little bit. You might need to move around a little bit in order to get things done. That doesn't mean you need to sit up in your room, right? And you may be under a roof or in an environment where people are being really noisy in the house or something like that, and you can't focus and you're unable to do that. This is the time where you got to get up and move around, right? And I know it might be easier said than done, but if you are really, really serious about your journey, if you're really serious about your growth, if you're really serious about starting this business, if you're really serious about your life and creating the life that you want, you will find a way. If there's a will, there's a way. And I believe you will find a way. Don't let the people that used to be in your life come back and completely eliminate that way. So I need you to remember that the thoughts are not yours. Matter of fact, comment it down below. The thoughts are not mine. Those thoughts are not mine. So if you're feeling a range of emotions, if you're seeing them in your dreams, if you're seeing different synchronicities that completely resonates and it's related to them, all right? And then you're finding yourself being completely shaken up and you're all focused, family, someone is attempting to manifest you and pull you right back into their life. And it's important to really recognize this. And when you do notice that this is happening, you got to go a little bit harder on yourself. You got to work a little bit harder on yourself so that way you don't get consumed in all of that negative energy that is attempting to pull you back, all right? So I don't know who needed to hear this message today, but I'm rooting for every single one of you, man. I love you all to life. I hope you continue to push through. I hope you continue to keep on keeping on, keep moving your needle forward no matter what you are experiencing right now in your life. Just remember to remain humble and stay focused on this journey. The more you stay focused, the more you do the inner work, the more you continue to just put out great energy and push towards that dream that you want, so that way you can get to that door that has been locked this entire time. Not only will you find the key, but it's going to be your key and only your key. Nobody else will be able to get through that door unless you allow them to walk through it with you, all right? So remember, come on over and check out the private community. The link is going to be in the description, also in the comments below. And if you would like to start a YouTube channel and personal brand, I got you covered. Come on over and check out my second channel, Create with Words. Link is going to be down in the description below as well. I want to help you grow from 0 to 1,000 subscribers and beyond, my family, all right? Maybe the narc attacked you. Maybe you've gone through some trauma, some pain in your life. Maybe you want to be a coach. Your voice needs to be shared. Maybe you want to share entertainment. Maybe you want to share, whatever, anything. All right. But you want to start your own business. You want to start your own brand. You want to do something great and just share it with the world. All right. You are a chosen one of your family. You are not supposed to hide your gifts, right? You're not supposed to leave them in the closet. You are supposed to completely share that. And it's time for you to go ahead and put it out. And I would love to help you. All right. So come on over and check out the private community, as well as the second channel, Create with Words family. All right, so you all have an amazing day today. Keep being great. Keep pushing through. The thoughts are not yours. Don't forget to turn on your bell notifications for more videos to come, and I'll see y'all soon in the next video. Peace.